The Holmes Freedom Democratic Party invited a speaker from the march to come to the county seat and speak to the local people at a freedom rally. It was held at Courthouse Square in the middle of Lexington. That building had come to mean so much to them in their struggle that the movement used it at every possible opportunity. Willie Ricks, a SNCC field secretary from Atlanta, came to speak to several hundred people gathered around the square. Soon they moved onto the courthouse lawn to hear Ricks, who was the first at the Meredith March demonstrations to introduce the Black Power concept. Stokely had taken up the Black Power chant during the march, calling attention to the differences in philosophy between people with rising needs for a more forceful rhetoric and action, and those from the older organizations intent on nonviolence. In Lexington, when the Holmes people moved in to hear Ricks, they stood where they had marched the year before and where the determined First 14 had stood in 1963. That day, hundreds heard Ricks publicly speak for equality. He addressed the sheriff and other white officials who stood in the doorways and poked their heads out of their offices. Ricks began. He told of trying to register. He told of the past and how badly blacks had been oppressed. One lady cried out to the Lord that she'd never thought she'd see the day when such truth would be told aloud, with powerful whites standing right there to bear witness to all the wrongs they had caused. Ricks spoke on, and the people said, "That's right, brother, and tell it like it is, and amen." Ricks urged them to work, to struggle, and organize more. So when the 1967 elections came, they could elect their own people. He boldly shouted out the vision. He pointed at Sheriff Andrew P. Smith on the very same courthouse steps with him not 4 feet away and said, "That sheriff can be replaced. Next year you can have your own." Electric sighs and tension spread throughout the crowd. I, like others, squirmed with the excitement of standing near something dangerous but breathtaking and beautiful. Just being there in the warm sun among so many, listening to such taboo speech, was a large, victorious change. The rally inspired the group. Many then joined the Meredith March.